Yeah. We said, yeah, Ayman, that a decimal number is composed of 3 parts. The first part that is to the left side of the point, we call it what?
Whole part.
Whole part. Excellent. And to the right side of the point?
The decimal part.
Decimal part.
Decimal part.
For example, 12.9. 12 is the
Whole part.
whole part.
The whole part.
9 is the
Then it's the decimal
decimal part. Excellent. In the middle, it's the decimal point. Type.
Yes. Teacher, we call the point and?
Yes.
Yes.
So a whole part, a
Yes.
decimal point, and a decimal part. We said that this place value chart is very important. You should know the place value of each digit. طيب.
Yeah.
The whole part, this is the whole part.
Yes.
This is the decimal part. طيب. In the whole part,
Yes.
we will do it as if
Yes.
it's a whole number. نحن حنبلش بالtwo
Yes.
digits that are next to the point. This is the decimal point here. We will start with this digit in
Okay.
the decimal part, whole part, sorry,
Okay.
and with this digit in the decimal part. We have to start with the 2 digits that are next to the decimal point in both sides. طيب.
Okay.
Zainab Musa, what is the place value of the first digit in the whole part?
Ones.
Ones, excellent, thank you. Muhammad Crashed, what is the place value of the second digit in the whole part? Yes, tens, bravo Crashed. Jude, the place value of the third digit?
100.
100, bravo. محمد البردان.
1000.
1000. Go ya Hassan. So there is no th as if it's a whole number. We start with ones, tens, hundred, thousand. Is it clear the whole part?
Thousand. Yes.
Okay. Now, Zainab Khalil. A decimal part, yeah, Zainab. What is the place value of the first digit in the decimal part? Excellent. There is no ones. It's not a whole number. It's not look like a whole number. No ones. We place 10 at the end with th. So it becomes 10th. 10, it will be 10th.
Yes.
Type Haitham. Then the next digit. What is the place value of the next digit? 10th, then what?
100.
Haitham?
100.
100th. Bravo. Mariam, continue.
I said 100. I can.
Mariam. After 100th.
Yes. 1000.
Yeah, Haitham, please.
1000.
Thousandth. Excellent.
Okay.
Thousandth. طيب محمد دمرجي.
Yes.
After the thousandth, what do we have?
Million.
لا يا teacher. نحن كل family. Listen. Each family, 1000 family, for example. Listen. 1000 family has 3 children. We said it in the first lesson on the math book. Ones, tens, 100. So we have 10,000. Listen.
10,000.
Can I explain, Jude?
1,000.
Yeah, listen, teacher, please.
Yes,
So
teacher.
عندنا
Yes,
1000 10,000 to 100,000. من بعد ما نخلصهم بنروح على المليون. يعني نحن هون 1000 هي the same as 1000. طيب شوفي من بعد ال 1000.
Teacher,
10,000.
10,000.
Then which digit?
I mean
100,000.
100,000. من بعد ال 100,000 what do we have?
1 million.
1 million.
1 million.
Bravo, Jude. Okay, and so on. Okay.
1 million.
So like this we will do it. طيب. Now, tell
10,000.
you why in the decimal part there is no ones and why we have to place th in the decimal part. Look, listen carefully why we have to place th in the decimal part. If we have here, for example, a square.
Yes.
If we divide this square into 10 equal parts. 1. Wait.
2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No need to count with me. 7, 8, 9, and 10. طيب, and if we divide also another one into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Teacher, if you bring the test
One,
like this,
2,
we want to need
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wait يا محمد. طيب. Teacher, أنا دايما لما أحكي عن decimal, okay, we will divide the square or any shape into 10 equal parts or 100 or 1000. We can't divide it into 5 or 6 or 7. When I say decimal means that we are dividing this square. Okay, we can. Yes, 1 مع zeros يا هيثم. Okay, whatever. It's 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100, and so on. But يعني هن yes, divisible by 10. Okay. So is divided by 10. Divided by 10.
If they are
So,
divisible by 10,
يعني 1 مع zeros يا just 1 مع zeros يا البردان. Okay. So when I say decimal, we have to divide the square into 10 equal parts or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 or 100,000 and so on. Type.
Yes.
If I color the first square, all of it totally colored. هيدا أنا لو want to كله.
Yes.
Type. The second part, I colored it just, for example, 3 parts out of 10 here. Okay? So here I colored the 3 parts out of 10. So how do we write the fraction that represents the second one?
3.10.
3 of fraction. لا بلشنا نلخبط. اسمعوا شوي.
No, this are fractions. 3 over 10.
برافو. 3 over 10. Okay. 3 over 10. طيب. And in the first one, how do we write the fraction? How many parts did I color?
10 over 10
over 10 or 1. برافو. The same as 1. طيب. نحن بنحكي عن decimal number يا teacher. If we are coloring more than the total. Look at the first square. Here we colored all of it and we colored also 3 more parts. So we are coloring more than the total. So we have to talk about what?
Decimal.
If we are coloring more than the total. طيب. How do we write now? How do we write the decimal number that represents this figure? Look how. نحن لما نقول whole part معناتها السكويرز whole, all of it are totally colored. How many squares here are totally colored?
3.
كيف 3؟
13.
اسمع شوي. Teacher ما عم تسمع السؤال. I'm not asking you about the parts. How many squares are totally colored?
20.
Totally colored. عندنا one square, just one.
One over two. 1 over 2.
Teacher, I'm not hearing you. Why you are shouting?
Yes, stop shouting please. And listen carefully. ما عم تسمع السؤال يا teacher. How many squares are totally colored? Here we have just one square. Listen, Damerji, please. You are not allowed to answer without permission. Here we have just one square is full colored, just this square. The second square, we have just 3 parts are colored out of 10. Did we color this square, all of it?
Yes.
No, a part of it. So just one square is full colored. So the whole part is 1, means that we have 1 full colored square. If we have 2 squares are full colored, if we have 2 squares are full colored, so the whole part will be 2. Okay? If we have 3 squares are full colored, so the whole part will be 3. So the whole part depends on the number of the squares that are full colored. It's the whole. What do I mean by whole?
The entire thing. The entire.
Whole. Excellent. Bravo.
Yeah, this one.
Bravo. All of it. Okay.
All of it, yes.
So one square one square is full colored, so the whole part is 1. طيب. Whereas the decimal part here represents how many parts did we color more than the total? 3, so the decimal part is 3. So 1.3 means that one square is full colored and we colored here 3 more parts, okay? So the decimal part is 3. So 1.3 means we are coloring 3 more parts. Is it clear?
Yes. I remember this lesson. We took it in grade 4.
Yes, the same. Bravo, Luna. We took it in grade 4. If we colored here 4 parts, so the decimal number will be 1.4. So هيدا 4, it depends on the parts, okay, that are colored here. طيب.
Parts that are extra colored, you mean.
Bravo.
We color
So
extra.
the whole part means the squares that are full colored. Decimal part هي بتعتمد على الفراكشن. يعني if we colored 3 out of 10, so the decimal part is 3. نحن عم نقول 3 out of 10. طيب 3 out of 10. So how do we write 3 over 10 in letters? Did you remember how do we write fraction in letters?
Yes, 3
I remember. Bravo. Numerator هو 3, denominator 10. So we write 3, 10, then we have to place th. For this reason, the place value of 3 here is 10th, because we divide this square into 10 equal parts, we colored just 3 of them. Okay? Is it clear why in the decimal part we have to start with 10th and there is no ones?
Yes.
Okay? Because it represents what? Fraction. Fraction. We are dividing this square into 10 equal parts. So means that 10th. If we are dividing this square into 100, so it has to be what?
100.
100. If we divide it into 1,000.
1,000.
Thousands and so on. So دايما decimal part represents a fraction according to the fraction, okay? The decimal part represents what?
Yes. Okay.
Fraction. Whereas the whole part represents what? All of it. The square that are full colored. Type.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Yes, yeah, Mariam. What do you want?
If the two squares are colored, what we will do?
So the whole part is 2.
If only 2 parts.
So ما في عنا decimal part. ما في عنا decimal number. We have to write it just 2 because 2 squares are full colored. So it's 2.
Miss, and also in the decimal numbers, we can put 2.0, then we could add 1 million zero, but it will not
Bravo.
say the
It
same
stays
number.
2. Okay. Type.
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher, if we have 100 square, 50 of them is color and the other is not color.
So 50 over 100. So 50 hundredths.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's revise now. How do we write decimal numbers and letters? How do we write decimal numbers and letters? First step, we read the whole part. It's 6. The point is written as what?
Okay.
And then the decimal part is 3. So 6 and the 3. But we have to say at the end, how many digits in the decimal part?
1.
So you have to say what?
10.
10th. Excellent. So
6 and 3 10.
bravo. So don't forget, we write the whole part at 6. Then and the 3, we check. We have just 1 digit in the decimal part, so it's 10th. 2 digits, we have to say what?
Yes.
2 digits.
100.
100. Excellent. طيب. Adam Zaytoun. يلا. I will choose in order.
100.
Okay.
100.
Adam. يلا.
Teacher, we 1,000.
Miss, can I do it?
We have
Yes,
four.
yes. Jude, you are doing in turn.
اه مش from up or down.
Up. آدم زيتون. عم تسمعني؟ يلا how do we write 0.2 in letters؟
0.2 in words.
يلا how؟
0 and 2 0 and 2 tenths.
Excellent. 0 and 2 tenths. هلا 0 and no need to write it. We can skip it. We can write it just 2 tenths. Okay? If the whole part is 0, no need to write it. Quickly write
Yes.
2 tenths. أيمن عيديبي did. أمير عبود.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
أمير عبود.
Yes.
How do we write 10.3 in letters?
Teacher, I'm here.
Yes, Ayman, but you did.
10 and 3 tenths.
10 and 3 tenths. Excellent.
10 and 3 tenths.
Bravo. So it's 10 and 3 tenths.
Teacher, but,
Tenth and
teacher,
And so on.
but here we can't remove the 10.
yes, teacher.
La, we can't remove the tenth.
Yes, because it's not 0.
Yes. Now I gave you the letter form.
Okay.
You want to know the decimal number. يلا. Bilal Shor.
Yes, teacher.
8 and 3 tenths. How do we write the decimal number?
8 and 3 tenths, 8.3.
Excellent. So 8, we write it in digits. 8. And means we have to place points. Okay? Then the 3 tenths. Tenth, I can't write 10. Tenth means that how many digits do we have in the decimal part?
1.
One digit. Which digit هي ال 3?
1.
Which digit it's 3?
One.
Okay?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
8.3. طيب.
Yes.
تالين غرايب.
Yeah. Yes.
تالين.
Teacher.
7 tenths. How do we write it as a decimal number? There is no and. No and.
This is easy. Teacher, we write 0.7.
Excellent. No and. So the whole part is 0. Tenth means that we have just one digit. It's 7. طيب.
Yeah.
Now let's revise. How do we change the decimal
Why
number?
Maryam say no?
How do we change the decimal number as a fraction? Yeah. In order to change this decimal number, to write it as a fraction, first step, we have to write it in letters, then we change it to fraction. Or we can say 0.4. How do we write it as a fraction? 0.4 means that how many parts are colored?
4 over 10.
4 parts are colored out of 10.
Four
So it's the
parts?
same as 4 over 10. طيب. Now, Jad Ismail. Jad.
Yes.
0.05, how do we write it as a fraction?
Yes.
Miss, we put Miss 5 times.
Over how many digits do we have, ya Jad?
Over 10.
Over 1.5 digit.
طيب يعني أنا هلا ما سمعت جاد. يلا يا جاد.
Only God will answer.
جاد.
Put 5. Yes.
5 over what?
Miss, 5 over 1
Look يا جاد.
because there is 1 digit.
لا أول شيء 0.05 كيف فينا نكتبه in letters نحن يا جاد؟ How do we write it in letters?
5 tenths.
ليه tenth? How many digits do we have here in the decimal part? إذا عندنا one digit يا جاد we have to say tenth. But now how many digits do we have?
100.
جاد
2.
2 digits. So we have to say what?
Miss, yeah. 100.
100. So لما يكون عندنا 2 digits in the decimal part يا جاد we have to say hundredths. So 500. طيب ال 500 easy if we want to change it to a fraction. 5 over what يا جاد؟ شو يعني hundredths؟
Over 2.
hundredths.
100.
يعني 100 يعني 100. So it's the same as 5 over 100.
100.
جاد لما يكون عندنا 1 digit بالديسيمال part we have to say 10
Yes,
over 10.
easy.
لما يكون عندنا يا كوثر listen 2 digits in the decimal part we have to write what?
100.
100.
100.
لما يكون عندنا يا جاد 3 digits
100.
for example 0.007 3 digits يا جاد كيف بنكتبها؟
مس 7 over 1000.
برافو 7 over 1000 excellent برافو. So according to the number of digits in the decimal part. Okay? طيب
Yeah.
هلا I will reverse the question. I gave you the decimal fraction or the fraction, yes. You want to know the decimal number. Same way. We will write it in letters, then we will write the decimal
Miss, can I
number.
do first?
No,
No,
Jude
we're
Damerji.
doing it there.
Jude. Jude.
Yeah, Miss J. 0 point. No, Miss in letters or
In letters, how do we write it in letters?
Miss in letter 4 as Miss 0. Miss 0 and 3 tenths.
Okay, 3 tenths. How do we write it as a decimal number?
3 tenths.
Miss 0.3.
يعني لحظة شوي. هيثم.
Miss tell Aizam it's not his
هيثم.
turn.
Jude, I'm talking. هيثم اسمعين. هيثم. Your turn يا هيثم.
Yes.
Your turn.
No.
So you have to wait your friend.
No.
Jude, do it and then you will do another one again. يلا, you will do another example. يلا يا Jude. 3 tenths. How do we write it as a decimal number?
3 tenths and we write it 0.3.
Excellent. So لما أقول 3 over 10, first we change it to letter form,
Yes,
then we
because
write the
in the-
decimal number. In letters, it's 3 tenths. طيب, 3 tenths. There is no and.
There is no ones.
No
There is only
and.
tenths, hundreds,
No and, yeah, Jude, listen. No and, so the no whole part. So the whole part is 0. Point.
But
When I say 3 tenths, tenths means that we have just one digit in the decimal part. من هي ال 3. So the decimal number is 0.3. Yeah. Another example, Jude. 27 over 100. How do we write it as a decimal number? Yeah, first write it in letters, then change it to a decimal number. Jude.
Yes.
يلا يا Jude. 27 over 100. How do we write it in letters?
0 point letters. 0 and 2700.
طيب 2700 because it's 100. 2700. How do we write it as a decimal number?
0.27 because
برافو. ما عندنا and يعني no whole part. The whole part is 0. Point. 100 means that how many digits in the decimal part?
3.
2 digits يا كوثر.
decimal part only has doesn't have ones.
So 27.
Yes, teacher غلطات بس بتقولي thousands.
teacher يعني إذا عندنا 100 and 1000 and 10,000 we put 0. حيلا رقم.
حيلا رقم.
عندنا جود اسمع شوي. إذا عندنا يا محمد 27 over 1000. أوكي؟ اوكي طيب اول شيء الهول بارت هي 0 بوينت بما انه عندنا 1000 عندنا 3 zeros يعني how many digits in the decimal part
3
digits من هن عندنا نحن 2 and 7 بحطهم بالاخر بيبقى عندنا empty space we fill it with 0
0. Yes.
هل مش فهمت.
اوكي
Goodbye, teacher.
بعد يا زينب فعلا دقيقة شوي حنشتغل بعد وحدة.
It's less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute.
طيب try to do exercise 1 alone teacher please. Then tomorrow
I
we will
make it
correct
in the home.